Hey, Judge, are you out there?
I am. How are you, ma'am?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm on my way back in.
Can you make me co-host, please?
I am right now. I'm making you host again.
It's weird.
Andy's already on.
Thank
Andy's
you.
on. She's working remotely, and Carol's going to do the paper file. So we're on.
Okay.
We're checked in. Good morning, Ms. Manarino.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm wonderful, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing great. Very excited it's Friday.
Yes, Mr. Manarino, Mr. Bowdish is somewhere in the building.
Okay.
Mary Ann, I think, has gone to see if they're ready to proceed.
Okay, great. I'm ready whenever they are.
Yes, ma'am.
So I heard things went smoothly on your docket yesterday.
I think so. It was a shorter docket than usual. Mr. Greco did a great job.
Oh, good.
We
I
were
told him-
done just after 11, I think.
I was surprised because I was still in Judge Oakley's courtroom when Jeff came in, and I thought that we might be done sooner, but no.
I think Van Buren typically has a heavier docket.
Well, I think too, we have the airport with us, so
Right.
they have a lot of interesting cases over there to deal with.
Interesting. That's a nice way to say it.
Was the nicest way I could put it, yeah.
Understood.
Well, you'll get to see those soon enough when we come to you in April, so. I know you're looking forward to it.
Well, it's fun to have to repeat over and over the same thing. At this time, I must disclose to you.
Yeah, that's got to get old.
No, it's fun.
I mean, I think, all the attorneys by now have heard it, so. It's
I
just
know,
for the
but clients
defendant.
haven't, and I
Yeah.
don't ever want it to be an issue that she didn't say it out loud, and I make a note in the file, so.
Right.
Do you have any other dockets today, or is this just it?
This was all I had on my calendar today.
Ooh, so paperwork, emails, and phone calls. That sounds fun.
Yeah, all the catch up that the stuff I didn't do when I was prepping for that other trial, so. Digging out of that
Try
hole has
prepping
been.
for 3.
Yeah, digging out of the hole that, I got a little behind on things, and so I have clients who, have a very urgent thing, and I'm like, I know, but I had this other urgent thing called the federal court judge that I had to jump, so I did.
No, as soon as I heard that federal court, I said, yeah, our case is going to be the last thing that gets addressed, which I understand.
Yeah, and I felt bad because Marianne was like, oh, well, the federal, and I said, it's not that it trumps it, it's just that, I have a judge who didn't give me a choice and a judge who possibly could work with me. 2 different things.
Well, we had the conversation. I said, this is how it is. It's like, if you don't get the answer you want from dad, you go to mom. I said, we are dad in this case. Federal court is mom. So I'm okay with that. My feelings were not hurt at all. But here we are resolving the matter.
Yes.
Defendant isn't here. It's 9 o'clock. I'll sit here because I'm reading my next file. Ms. Manarino's here. She has something else to do. Great. My cutoff time is 9:15. If she's here. What am I gonna do? I allow everybody 15 minutes to get here. Okay. If there's something else you need to go do, ma'am, 9:15.
All right, I'll just hang out.
Thank you. Andy, any idea what time we expect Huron?
What was that, Judge?
I said, what time are we expecting Huron?
I have not heard back from Leanna yet. I'm gonna check in with
Okay.
her if I don't hear from her shortly. My guess is she's probably already called them. Usually with Huron, they take about 10 to 15 minutes to get on.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna worry until 10 o'clock if we haven't heard from them.
Do you already have the file for that one, Judge?
Yes, ma'am, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, perfect. And Leanna she may speak with them ahead of time, but I let her know a breakout room's available. So we'll check in with her when she pops on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Try to get you arraigned here this morning. You checked that you wanted to talk to an attorney first. So the attorney just called. If you want to take a seat. Okay. We're just kind of waiting. The attorney should be, everything's done by Zoom anymore. So, yeah. So just as soon as we hear from the attorney, I'll let you talk to him privately, and then hopefully we'll get this arraignment underway. All right? Thank you. What time it is? Yeah, it is 9:04 right now. Wow. So just because I don't see anybody in the courtroom. There was a minute ago. But I believe they can see and hear us. Okay. So just so you. They gave me a phone number too. I'm gonna call it and let them know that we are here waiting. Speed things up a little bit. Cool. Hello, this is Corporal Grant with Huron Township. Good. I was told to join Judge Martin's Zoom.
Huron, you're here successfully. We can hear you. We're just waiting on the attorney.
I'm sorry. I was getting yelled at on the TV as well. Are you gonna? So are you gonna join the Zoom meeting and have a meeting with him? Is that what you want to do? Okay. I'll give you guys some privacy, and then do you know, is the arraignment going to happen immediately following? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, sounds good. I'll wait till we get in that breakout room, and then I'll let you guys speak. All right. Yep. So she's going to join the Zoom call right now, and then they'll put you two in a separate breakout room where it's just the two of you. And I'll step out. After that, we'll do the arraignment. And like I said, hopefully get you out of here, all right? All right.
Good morning, Leanna. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Your hair looks really cute.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, have you spoken with the defendant, or do you need to go in a breakout room?
I need a breakout room.
Okay,
They just
all
put them on Zoom.
Okay, I'll do it right now. Well, I guess.
Marianne,
Yes, ma'am.
we got kicked out.
Oh, okay. I'll try it again.
Thank you.
Angela's already on, so. Oh, yeah. And this weight will be lifted. There's videos. They would never show you. No, well. Some
onesie. Walk out and close it back in. Even though he took an item, there was no tip. It did, right? So that would have been our only question. And if the jury bought it, I'm fine. Charming. You're amazing. But my fear was, but my fear was, if they didn't release, the punishment was too hard. Right? You know, you're young, you have courage, you have other jobs, and you know, someone, it's just, I don't need it. But now,
Good morning. Why am I still standing up? You may be seated. He sounds so authoritative, he throws me off. This is 200298 OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Amanda Mary Palmer. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manarino on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with the defendant.
My name is Amanda Palmer.
Thank you, ma'am. This case was scheduled this morning for a in-person jury trial. This court received information that the jury trial would not be proceeding and the jurors were waived. Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, at this time, the people are moving to amend the original charge of retail fraud to a charge of disorderly person. It's my understanding that Ms. Palmer is going to tender a guilty plea.
Mr. Bowditch, before you acknowledge whether or not this is an accurate statement of the conversation between the parties, I want to disclose on the record that I am married to an elected official from Van Buren Township. He is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Division, which would have written the citation to Ms. Palmer.
I understand, Your Honor. We have no objections.
In response to Ms. Manarino's statement that the amended charge will be disorderly person, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Palmer, would you stand, please, and raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you. Ma'am, you were able to hear both the prosecutor and Mr. Bowditch this morning? Yes, sir. And it's your understanding that you will be tendering a plea to the added count of disorderly person and the original charge will be dismissed? Correct. Yes. You understand if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind? You won't have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses of the prosecutor? And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily? You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty? Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty? Yes. Ma'am, is it true that on January 23rd, 2020 in Van Buren Township, you were a disorderly person? Yes. And you understood at that time that you were acting contrary to law? Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to being a disorderly person and will dismiss count one retail fraud. Was there any conversation by and between the parties or agreement by and between the parties as to the fines and costs in this matter?
None.
No, Your Honor.
There's no restitution?
That is
Mr.
correct, Your
Bowditch,
Honor.
Is there anything you'd like to say before fines and costs are assessed in this matter?
No.
Ms. Palmer, is there anything you'd like the court to know before fines and costs are assessed? Are you employed, ma'am? Yes. Huntington Place, is that what it's called now?
She's in Alabama as we speak.
Oh, today? So you're leaving here and going right to work?
Yes.
Okay.
But I actually am, so my furnace has been broke since June when that big flood happened, so I've been working nonstop trying to fix my furnace. So,
Ms. Palmer, I understand and I appreciate that. No, you're fine. And yes, it was Cobo Hall and TCF for half a hot second, and now it is what it is.
People look at me like I'm crazy, like, where's this at?
I know. I think people are gonna call it Cobo Hall for as long as, you know. just like Hudson's is always gonna be Hudson's. It's not Macy's or whatever. What was the other one in between? Marshall Fields?
Oh, yeah, Marshall.
I've gotten sidetracked and I see Ms. Belcher waiting for me. In this matter, the court's gonna assess a fine of $200, cost of $200. There's crime victims fee of $75. There's mandatory state cost of $50, fund fee of $20. I don't have my calculator out. Ma'am, the question would be, would you be able to pay your fines and costs within 5 days, or would you need to speak to our collections department?
I can have 2 weeks.
$545, you think you'll be able to pay that in 2 weeks out of your first check, or do you want to do a payment plan downstairs?
How much is it total?
$545. Okay,
Oh.
if you, the file will go downstairs to be processed. If you want to, if you have time right now and you want to wait and do it now, or you can go online and submit a request for a payment plan, or you can call and submit a request for a payment plan. You'll talk to her about how to do that? Okay, I'll finish writing the file. It'll be downstairs shortly if she wants to wait around. Anything else, Ms. Manorino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor, except my thanks to Ms. Manorino for working with me.
You're welcome. Ms. Palmer, good luck to you. I hope you enjoy this Autorama. I'm glad that it's back and
You can probably tell I'm exhausted. I got off work at midnight last night.
you were here on time. Wonderful. We're all set. Thank you so much, Mr. Bowditch.
So thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Bowditch. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Give me 1 second, Ms. Belcher.
Of course, Your Honor, no rush.
This is 210145 FD. This is State of Michigan versus Jeffrey Omens.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Omens. Mr. Omens, can you please state your name, sir, for the record?
Jeffrey Todd Omens.
Thank you. Your Honor, for
Today's the
arraignment,
day and time.
sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry. Today's the day and time set for the arraignment in this felony matter. Ms. Belcher, how are we proceeding this morning?
Thank you, Your Honor. We had waived the formal reading and stand mute. We are requesting a probable cause conference date as well as a court-appointed attorney.
Thank you. Mr. Omens, I'm sure Ms. Belcher explained to you that you have an absolute right to be represented by an attorney in this case. If you cannot afford one, the court will appoint one for you. There was a petition for court-appointed attorney attached to the front of the file. The court has signed that and you will be assigned counsel going forward. Sir, you also have the right to be considered for pretrial release. There is a recommendation from Huron Township that a cash bond be assessed in this matter to assure your appearance going forward. Ms. Belcher, your comments as to bond in this matter.
Your Honor, I could have swore I got a different bond recommendation sheet that was checked for no reason to oppose a personal bond. And we would ask that Your Honor consider no cash bond and then you oppose a personal bond. What I can say about Mr. Omens is that his priors, which make this a felony, were from the 90s. So there is a large gap in time from the prior drunk drivings that enhanced this penalty. He did have a significant period of time of sobriety under his belt. Obviously, with the instant offense, there was a relapse situation. He has ties to the community. I did confirm the Dupree address as well as phone number and will show up to court, Your Honor. He has no, from my understanding, no capious history.
Thank you, ma'am. There are two bond recommendations in the file. The one is for a cash bond and the other is for, indicates that the police department does not oppose a personal bond. Based on that, the court will set Mr. Omen's bond at $5,000 personal Sir, that means you do not have to post any money, but what you must do is return to all future court dates. The only condition that the court is going to impose is that you not purchase, possess, consume alcohol based on the allegations contained in the file. The next step in these proceedings, sir, is your probable cause conference. That will be on March the 16th, 2022 at 9:45 a.m. The police department will give you that information before you leave. Again, this file number is 210145FD. Next appearance date is March the 16th, 9:45. Back with me, virtual courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else from Huron Township?
No, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. You have a good day. Mr. Omens, good luck to you, sir. I'll see you on March the 16th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good Friday.
Thank you. I'll see you later, ma'am.
Judge, do you have a file for Marks yet?
I do not.
It's in my hand.
Thank you, Mary Ann. I'll trade you.
Judge, this one has waived MIDC. I'm gonna go ahead and call airport and have them join now, if that's all right with you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I was cool with it. But for them to open that motherfucker out and really didn't let them open that motherfucker, what if it's something else? That's something everything they need to know because you got to stay right after them.
Hey, ladies, if you would just be talking to the guy, the judge, who's wise, right here, yeah. What's that? Yeah, how about that, huh? Thanks, you were rolling a little early. Oh, yeah, I asked her to hang tight. Cause I don't want to get the, yeah, I have a seat right there. Sounds good. Thanks.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. How you doing?
This is
Morning, Your Honor.
2201, morning, sir. 220177 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Duran Marks. Could you state your name for me, please, sir?
Ryan Marks.
Thank you, Mr. Marks. Today is the day and time set for your arraignment on this misdemeanor matter. There is a signed form in the file that indicates that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of an attorney for this arraignment. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And you wish to proceed on your own this morning?
Yes.
Mr. Marks, it's alleged that on March 3rd, 2022, at Detroit Metro Airport, the North Terminal in the city of Romulus, state of Michigan, that you committed count 1, domestic violence, that you did make an assault or an assault or battery upon Whitney Rich, an individual with whom you had a dating relationship contrary to MCL 750.81 parentheses 2. This is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or fines of up to $500 plus court costs. Sir, for purposes of arraignment, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You also have the right to be considered for pretrial release. The recommendation from the airport authority is that your bond be set at 5,010% if opposed, but they also indicate that they do not oppose personal bond. Is there anything you'd like to say to the court before bond is imposed?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the court's going to set your bond at 5,000 personal. There is a request from the prosecutor's office that you not be released without a GPS tether due to a prior domestic violence incidents. The court will impose that.
Reports. That's all. Not that you have anything, but just that was when she talked to her. Solely based on that. Yeah, that's what they requested.
Your next hearing date, sir, will be a pretrial that will be on March the 22nd, 2022 at 9:20 a.m. That's back with me, back by Zoom, courtroom number 1. Again, this file number is 220177 SM. Next appearance date, March 22nd at 9:20 a.m. Any questions, Mr. Marks?
Yes, ma'am. Why would I have to get a GPS tether?
The prosecutor
Honor.
has requested it based on a prior domestic violence incident.
Your Honor, I never had a domestic violence ever on my record. I just did 7 years in prison. If I'm guilty of anything, I'm gonna sit down like a man. I didn't do nothing wrong, so why do I need to get a GPS tether? This is embarrassing, humiliating. It's too much going on over he say, she say. That's exactly what this is. Like, where's my rights at? Shit crazy. I thought the system was designed to help people, not destroy people. That's all I'm saying.
Mr.
How can
Marks,
I
there is
be-
no effort to destroy you. I'm reading from the bond recommendation form. What I know about the file is what's on that sheet. When you're back here on March the 22nd, if you want to take up the issue, we can discuss the issue. But for
I
right
don't
now, this
understand
is just
why I
your,
have to get a GPS tether, Your Honor. That's all. I'm sorry.
you don't understand what part, sir?
Why I would have to get a GPS tether if I'm coming back to court on my own recognizance. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not a flight risk. I done came home, built my credit up, Your Honor, got my CDLs. My life is moving in a positive direction. I don't need this. This is a truly a big inconvenience.
Mr. Marks, I understand that and I appreciate it. The issue is the court only receives the bond recommendation and indicates that you have a failure to appear on a traffic ticket, which in this court's opinion is a minor thing, something you could address later. There is an indication from the prosecutor that there is this history. Now, the court can only go by what's on the paper. When you're back here on March the 22nd, the prosecutor will be present. And if you want to ask for the modification of the bond, we can talk about it at that time. But for right now, this is what we're going to do, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Marks?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Anything else from the airport?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I'll see you on the 22nd, Mr. Marks.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Thank you.
What's up?
Nothing, I'll just take it down when you're done. Thank you.
Yeah, Andy, that's an issue. Do you think we can get the airport back on?
Judge, I may have missed it.
I didn't say it. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's not written on the bond. It's implied, but I don't know.
I'll get him back on.
Thanks.
Judge, airport's on the way.
Thank you.
Any of that.
Mr. Marks, my apologies.
we're back on the record in 2201777 SM. The alleged victim in this case, Whitney Rich, do you have reason to be in contact with that person? Do you live together? Do you have children in common?
No, ma'am. We shouldn't have no contact with each other after this at all.
Thank you. I did not make it a condition of the bond, but implied in this domestic violence allegation is no contact with Whitney Rich. No contact means no direct contact, no contact with third parties, no contact through social media. If they make an effort to communicate with you, do not accept that invitation for contact, okay?
I know she's gonna try to reach out to me, Your Honor, so I'm just gonna give you the heads up. I know she's gonna try to call me.
Don't
That's
answer
the
the
type of person-
call.
I'm not. I'm gonna have it all on record too.
Okay.
Next time I see,
You say next time you see me, what?
I have everything on record if she try to contact me. I
I'll see
sure
you on the
will.
22nd, Mr. Marks.
You have a good day. I'm bringing my receipts. Thank you.
Thank you,
You
Judge.
too. Thank you, sir. Thank you, airport.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you. ma'am.
Thanks, Andy.
No problem. Judge, I'm gonna go ahead and send you that PTR.
Yes, ma'am.
Mary Ann? Marianne?
Yes.
Do you have the file for Mohammed?
I do.
Okay, that one has waived MIDC. I'm gonna go ahead and call Romulus to have them join Zoom as long as it's a good time for a judge.
Yeah, she's not here right now. She maybe like 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll wait to call them. Just let me know.
I will. I will.
Yeah, we need to get
Figure
that
that out.
fixed.
Andy,
Good morning.
Andy, can you pull them out?
I absolutely can.
Okay, thank you. He didn't know how to get out and he didn't want to mess anything up.
Marianne, we're ready to go on Alexander whenever judge is ready.
Okay, she's not back yet. All right, I'll let her know.
Thank you.
Yep.
And Van Buren, you also have Miss Davis there, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Neighbor, 61 of East Spooner Drive, they have an employee who's intoxicated. They had called him an Uber. He keeps attempting to get in his vehicle and drive away. He was running around the middle of Michigan Ave, a black male with tall ponytail on top of his head. He's like his fellow friend.
Andy, the judge is on her way out.
Thank you, Marianne.
Welcome.
Ms. Belcher,
I'm here, Your Honor.
this is 210143FY. This is State of Michigan versus Charlene Alexander.
Step right up there.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander, will you please state your name for the record, ma'am?
Charlene Alexander.
Ms. Alexander, today is the day and time set for your arraignment on this felony matter. Have you had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Belcher?
I have.
Ms. Belcher, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. As it relates to the arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand mute. We are requesting a probable cause conference date as well as a court-appointed attorney.
Ms. Alexander, you have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint one for you. Attached to the front of your file is a petition for a court-appointed attorney. I have signed that you will be assigned counsel going forward. Ma'am, you also have a right to be considered for pretrial relief. The recommendation from Van Buren is that they do not oppose personal bond. The court will set your bond at $5,000 personal. The only condition of your bond is that you do not return to Menards at 10010 Belleville Road in Van Buren Township. Your next court date, ma'am, will be your probable cause conference. That will be on March the 16th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. That's back here with me in courtroom number 1. Again, Van Buren, the case number is 210143FY. The next appearance date is March 16, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. courtroom number 1. Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Oh, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Van Buren?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Alexander, I'll see you on March the 16th.
Thank you.
The next file for Van Buren is 220186SM. This is State of Michigan versus Tiandra Davis.
Step up here, ma'am.
Ma'am, please state your name for the record.
Tiandra Davis.
Ms. Davis, today is the day and time set for your arraignment in this misdemeanor matter. The court received a signed form indicating that you were waiving your right to have a court-appointed attorney assist you with the arraignment. Is that accurate, ma'am?
That's accurate.
And you're ready to proceed with your arraignment this morning?
Yes.
You have to say the words. Thank you. Ms. Davis, it is alleged that on March 3rd, 2022, in Van Buren Township, you committed count 1, assault or assault and battery. It's alleged that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon the following persons: Shadra Rose, Shadrea, last name Rose. That's contrary to MCL 750.81(1). This is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and fines of up to $500 plus court costs. the court will have you stand not guilty to that charge. Ma'am, you have a right to be considered for pretrial release. There is a bond recommendation from Van Buren where they indicate that they do not oppose personal bond and ask only that you have no contact with the victim, Tiandra Rose, and that you do not return to 41480 West Archwood. Ma'am, do you have somewhere to stay, or were you living at that address?
I have a question. Yeah, that's where I stay and all my stuff is there and I'm getting ready to move out. And plus I have to pay rent on the 5th, so I have to go back. My rent is on the dresser. That's everything I own. I worked hard for that. That's where I stay. Like I've been staying there by myself for the longest and I let you, huh?
I'm sorry.
I said I've been staying there by myself for the longest, paying my own bills by myself, and I let Tiandra come in and stay with me. Like that's all. That's where I stay. That's all I have. I don't have nowhere else to go. That's where I pay my rent at. I work hard. All the rent I've paid on my own. I've worked for that. I don't have nowhere else to go. All my stuff is there, and I have to go pay rent. My rent is on the dresser as we speak right now. All my stuff, my bed, and I was getting ready to move, so I don't know how I can't go back and get my stuff or even pay my rent to them. I don't want to be in trouble with the rental people or anything. And this is my first case. Like I've never been in trouble at all.
Ms. Davis, I understand and I appreciate that. The court only receives the allegations. And that's why I asked, is that where you lived and did you have somewhere else to stay? That's what I was starting to ask you. If you have somewhere else you can stay.
That's my only place to live. I don't have nobody else. I don't have nobody else to go to. That's my home. That's
You
where
don't
I've been
have
staying.
any family that you could stay with?
No, I don't. That's why I've
Ms.
been by
Davis,
myself.
again, unfortunately, the problem is
I don't have nowhere else to go.
it's
My
the public
family-
safety department that provides this bond recommendation. I'm not sure who's there in lockup with you. If they can shed some light on.
I
Just
don't
do
know
not
any of the
return.
details of the case, Your Honor.
I don't even have nowhere to go. That's why I stay with myself, because I don't talk to my
Thank
family.
you. Ms. Davis, what were you saying?
I say, yeah, I don't have nowhere else to go. I don't even talk to my family. Like I isolate myself. I only talk to my sister. I let her come and stay with me because she didn't have nowhere to go in Colorado because our auntie didn't want to put up with her mess, so she put her out. Because at first I was gonna tell her no. I was gonna tell her no about moving in with me, but then I felt bad and I told her yeah.
Ms. Davis, again, unfortunately, this court only has what the police department sent over. Your bond is going to be set at 5,000 personal, which means you do not have to post any money, but you must appear at your next court date. That next court date will be March the 23rd, 2022 at 9:45 a.m. with Judge Oakley.
Can I have another question? So with her being there in my apartment and my name is on it and she's there, what do I do about that? She lives there. What do I do? My name is on the lease though, so I can get in trouble if anything happens in there. If she mess up my walls or something, I'm gonna have to pay for that. She doesn't have the money for that. Like what if something happened to my stuff and it's in my name and they rule me, then that messed me up and then I will never have nowhere to stay.
Ms. Davis, what will happen is this court's also going to put a no contact order in place with Ms. Rose. No contact means no contact, no direct contact, no contact through social media. There's also going to be a do not return to the address, the 41480 West Archwood. Ma'am, the public safety department can assist you with a standby to retrieve property. If there is a modification of the bond to allow you to return because Ms. Rose has vacated the property, that's another conversation for another day. But right now, this is all the court has, that there's this allegation of an assault or assault and battery and the request from the law enforcement.
So where am I gonna go? I'm homeless now? Where am I gonna go? I mean, I have a sister, but she stay in Trilogy. I don't have no stuff there. All my stuff is at home. Could my sister go and get my stuff? Because
She's already explained that to you, and I'll
Oh.
explain it to you further.
oh, okay.
I know, Ms. Davis, it's a lot of information to take in a short period of time. I heard the officer say that he'll talk to you further about it. But for
Okay.
right now, no contact with Ms. Rose. Do not return to that address. You're back in court by Zoom on March the 23rd at 9:45 a.m. And again, the case number is 220186 SM. Van Buren's going to give you that date before you leave. He'll talk to you about how to retrieve some of your property, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, ma'am?
No.
Ms. Davis, good luck to you. Back on March the 23rd with Judge Oakley. Thank you, Van Buren.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You too, sir.
Van Buren,
So what you gotta do is,
Van Buren,
Van Buren,
when you get out of here, you're gonna request a civil standby, call our police station. Okay? We'll send
Judge, I'll
officers
call
out.
them. I just wanted to let them know that I will be sending them a PTR conditions on the PR balance.
23rd. When you go to court, the matter will be resolved, and you'll probably be able to go back in there, but for 3 weeks, it sucks.
Your Honor, I was just saying goodbye. I stayed on in case she changed her mind.
thank you, Ms. Belcher.
Have a good weekend.
No, the last one waived MIDC. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, have a good weekend.
You too.
Good morning, Romulus.
Good morning. Sergeant Nippus here.
You've got Mr. Mohammed?
Yes, he's right here.
All right, I will let the judge know that you're ready.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Mary Ann, I was just waiting for Andy's PTR from the last one. This is 220178FY. This is State of Michigan versus Mukhtar Mohammed.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, sir. Would you pronounce your first name for me,
Yes,
please?
Mukhtar Mohammed, Your Honor.
Mukhtar Mohammed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, today's the day and time set for your arraignment in this felony matter. There is a signed form in your file that indicates that you waive your right to have a court-appointed attorney represent you this morning?
I mean, just for now, at the moment, I can have an attorney from you guys coming, but in the future, I'm gonna have my own attorney. Is that okay?
Well, for right now, today, we're doing the arraignment right now, and you already signed a form that says that you do not want an attorney for today. Is that accurate?
I mean, I did not read it correctly, but I'm just working on getting me my lawyer as soon as we get into the process of court. But I can have an attorney from you guys coming in for tonight until further notice.
You could have spoken to an attorney this morning. That's why I'm asking you. Do you wish to speak to the court-appointed attorney today?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed, that is your absolute right, sir. It's fine.
Thank you.
When there's a signed form in the file, the court wants to review it. It's, again, sir, today is the day and time set for your felony arraignment in this matter. It's alleged that on March 1st, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you committed count 1, embezzlement, agent or trustee, $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. That you did, being an agent, servant, or employee of Marathon Gas Station, fraudulently dispose of and or convert to your own benefit without consent of your principal, cigarettes and merchandise, money or other personal property of his principal having a value of $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000 that came into your possession or under your control or charge by virtue of your relationship with the principal. This is contrary to MCL 750.174 sub 4 sub A. This is a felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison and fines of up to $10,000 or 3 times the amount embezzled, whichever is greater. Sir, for purposes of arraignment, I'm going to have you stand mute to the charges against you.
Okay.
Because this is a felony, you also have a right to be represented by an attorney going forward. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide one for you. There is a petition for a court-appointed attorney attached to the front end of your file. I am signing that right now. You will be assigned an attorney going forward. If you retain your own attorney, they just need to file notice with the court that they will be representing you, okay?
Okay.
Sir, you also have a right to be considered for pretrial release. The recommendation from from Romulus, let's see if we can find the bond recommendation. The recommendation from Romulus is that your bond be set at 5,000, 10%.
Basic bond, $500. If
Sir, would you be able to post $500 or do you have some comment about the bond request?
Yes, ma'am. I can post $500.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. Your bond will be set at 5,000, 10%. Your next court date will be a probable cause conference on March the 16th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be with me again in courtroom number 1. You don't have to remember it. They're going to write it down and hand it to you. Romulus will write it down and hand it to you. The file number again for Romulus is 220178FY. Your next court date is March the 16th, 8:30 a.m. by Zoom with me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mohammed?
I appreciate you so much, Your Honor. Thank you
I'll
so
see you on the
much.
16th, sir. Anything
God
else,
bless you.
Romulus?
Thank you.
no, ma'am, that'll be all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Andy?
Yes, Judge?
Is there anything else in the pipeline?
Last I checked, there was not. Let me just double check again. Nothing else.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to shut our courtroom down for this morning.
Sounds good. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you.